Oh, hey there. Hey, you caught me packing the car. We're getting ready to go and do a day trip tomorrow out to Cayo Costa State Park. And we're going to do a video and show you what that state park is like. Cayo Costa State Park is on the Gulf side of Florida. It's a barrier island. I'll put up a map here so you can see where we're going. It's just north of Captiva Island. It's totally undeveloped, and the only way to get there is to take a boat. And so that's why we're packing up, because we've got to take chairs, umbrellas, cooler, everything we're going to need, food, water. But we've been planning this trip for a couple weeks to go out. So we're going to spend the day. And what I'm going to do is on the way out there, I'll tell you a little bit about the island. Then we're going to show it the video so you can see what that island is all about. Well, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to narrate and tell you a little about the island on the drive out here. It was kind of busy. We were going to a new place. But we're on Pine Island, and that's where we take the ferry out. We're actually at the Tropic Star Cruises, and I'll put up a little map on Pine Island so you can see where we are. It took us about an hour to get here from Fort Myers Beach. They tell you to plan an hour and a half, so we're here early because you have to go through Cape Coral and drive over through Matlacha. But no, we got here without incident. And let me tell you a little bit about the island, about the history of the island. It was settled initially by the Calusa Indians. Calusa Indians lived out there for several hundred years fishing, and there's some shell mounds out there. And then it was a fishing camp from the 1700s when the Europeans arrived to the early 1900s. And the early settlers were from Cuba and ran just a fishing outpost there. They sent their fish back to Cuba, and that was there for several hundred years. And then it was also a place where newly arriving people from the Caribbean were quarantined before they were let in. And that was held at the northern part of the island. But I think since the 1900s, it's been really just a state park. We got to board the ferry in about 45 minutes, and we'll shoot some rolls and show you what the trip out there is like. Well, we're on the ferry going out to Cayo Costa, and I got a full boat, as you can see here. I'll show you a little bit about what we got for passengers. But no, it's started out sunny day, but a little overcast. Well, it's going to take us about an hour to get out there on the boat, and we'll show you some clips as we get out there, and then we'll start filming again once we get to Cayo Costa. Well, we're on the island here, Cayo Costa. We're on there's a tram that will take us to the beach, run by the state park. But it had a nice boat ride over. You saw some of the stuff we saw on the little ferry there. That was kind of a fun ride. They did a good job, but this is kind of a neat little way to get to the beach. It's about 3/4 of a mile to the beach. So we could walk it, but the tram makes it easy.
We haven't either. 1 or 2, 3 years.
Well, we're on the beach here at Cayo Costa State Park. Have our setup right in the background there. Beautiful beach out here. We are facing the Gulf of Mexico, and I'll show you a little bit of what that looks like. Not much to see other than over across there. At some point you run into Texas. But no, it's pretty here. I've got a few people here, came out with a ferry. People like to go on the beach here at the state park. It's kind of the main attraction. And just north of me here, I'll show you, kind of facing north here, got a boat coming in, but just north there is Gasparilla Island. Boca Grande is right up there, but the watercolor here is pretty. You can see I'm facing south here is some more people on the beach, and this is kind of, like I said, the main beach. There's some hiking trails here. We're going to take a little hike in a little bit and show you some of that that's out here on the island. Well, in addition to that lovely beach you just saw out here at Cayo Costa, there's restrooms by the beach. There's also restrooms by where the ferry let us off. But there's also camping cabins here. You can come out and rent one of these cabins. It's pretty rustic. You got to bring all of your own stuff, but you know, you got to fight the bugs too. But it's pretty interesting to come out here and stay in one of these cabins. And there's also hiking trails out here. I want to do a little loop trail. I'll put up a map so you can see. I think I'm going to do about 2 miles. It kind of goes, it parallels the beach, goes inland, and then goes down the cemetery trail. But I'm going to see what that looks like and check it out. This is a real nice trail I've been hiking on. It parallels the Gulf. You can see behind me is the Gulf of Mexico. But no, it's nice. It's this little scrub palmetto palms. And you can see it's kind of like a double track. They do rent bikes out here. So if you wanted to, you could bike these trails. You know, as trails go, this one's okay. I think a lot of the trails are like this in Florida, where you're walking through mangroves or palmetto palms and see a lot of the same type of fauna that you do in a lot of trails. But, you know, I was thinking that we're really blessed to be able to have this island. You've got this nice, beautiful barrier island that's really undeveloped. I think they said there's a dozen or so houses out here, but most of it is the state park. So it's really a nice place to go and see what a Florida island looks like without the development. So it is kind of special to be able to come to one of these places and sit on the beach and hike in the woods and see the stuff as it originally was. So here's some details about getting out here. It cost my wife and I, for 2 people, $99. That included the ferry ride, taxes, and the state park entrance fee, which is only $2 per person. But we booked about 4 or 5 days in advance. As I mentioned, you got to do it ahead of time. But the ferry leaves at 9, and by the time we were sitting on the beach set up, it was 11 o'clock, and we have to start going back to the ferry. Ferry leaves at 3:30, so we got to pack up and get on the tram at 3 o'clock. So you get a good 4 hours of time when you're out here. Well, we're ending our day at Cayo Costa State Park. Weather could not have been more perfect. We had a great beach day, did a little bit of hiking, but had a nice day out here. Highly recommended if you're in the area to come on out here. It's kind of an adventure with a boat ride. The boat ride is actually probably the best part of it, but hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe. See you on down the road.